Hi everybody, and welcome to Jacqueline Ann Designs. I wanted to come on really quick and kind of do a channel update. I will be doing a floss tube later in the week. But for now, just wanted to kind of come on and let you know what was going on. I am looking at possibly, hopefully, doing some work with a nonprofit in one of the national parks this for the winter in a warm area of the country. Probably starting in November. And so I will be on the road a lot. And that's why you haven't been seeing too much, hardly any paper crafting at all in the past couple of years. Is I just have been concentrating more on hand work rather than even machine sewing or paper crafting, where I end up taking a lot of supplies with me. And I'm kind of enjoying doing the handwork right now. It's kind of become my focus. I'm enjoying more collage quilting, which, you end up needing to do some machine work with that. But when I'm on the road, I can do the handwork. And then when I get home, do the machine thread painting. Because that particular type of quilting, I'm not doing that by hand. But that being said, I'm doing something called slow stitching as well, where you collage your fabrics in a lot of different ways. People have all kinds of varied tastes when it comes to that. And I'm trying all sorts of things. And forgive me if you're hearing the dogs. I had to put them outside so that I could record this video. And there is a puppy that he's about 12 weeks old, and he's not very happy about it at all. Yeah, so little dots and cute as can be. But anyway, and but I will let him in once we get done here. So you're going to be seeing me. That's the type of thing that the channel is going to be focusing on for a while. Now, there's going to be intermittent times when I am home at my home base, and I will be doing some paper crafting and things at that time, because I would like to make journals of my travels and things like that. But to carry all of those inks and everything, I've tried it before, and it was pretty prohibitive. Now, I am considering taking my featherweight with me because it's small, even though it's heavier. The size of it is small to go in my small camper van. And there is a table in there that I could set that up on and do some piecing. So I may do that with some things that I've already got cut out from here at home, but I won't be cutting any quilts out or anything on the road. That would just be too much. But like I say, I have really been enjoying doing some hand quilting. So we'll see. And what I'll do is before each trip, I will let you know what I'm taking with me on the trip and that I'll be working on at that time. You guys can help me prep for the trips. But I'm really hoping to be in the national park for just about the entire winter in my van. And then almost immediately after that, I have some other plans. I actually have two sets of plans. One of them is if things don't work out for one set, then I do the other plan B. So I think I'll get into that closer to the time in case it doesn't work out. But there'll always be some sort of thing with me. So that I can stitch in the evenings and different things like that. So that's why you're going to see a lot of focus on slow stitching, cross stitch, continuing my on my little journal where I'm doing stitch improvement on my embroidery stitches, and also on collage quilting and some hand quilting that I've got that I've been working on. And probably some English paper piecing. So it's going to be that kind of a world. And I'll probably, as I said, put together some blocks. And I may even sew quilt tops together, just depending on how all that goes. But I'm not going to be doing any cutting. It's just too tiny of a space. So it would either have to be something I ordered that was pre-cut, or which, I don't know. Like an applique quilt. Like I've got one felt applique quilt right now that's going to be all hand done. It's kind of done in a primitive manner, and I just think the hand quilting would look gorgeous on it. So that is my plan with that quilt. So you're going to see me still working on all of those things. And depending on my work schedule, if I get this position in the national parks, that depends on my filming schedule. But pretty much I want to do the Stitch With Me Saturdays. And the Stitch With Me Saturdays are going to be something where easy, simple. Say one of the stamped canvas for cross stitch. That kind of a thing that I don't really have to count, that I can spend some time talking with y'all. It's more of an interaction and socializing, fellowship time. And I want to do that every Saturday. And I'm planning on coming on and doing that whether anybody else shows up or not. Now, I tried to do it this past Saturday. And I am telling you, it totally didn't work. I totally did not understand the live system on Facebook. So, going to keep working on that. I'm hoping to understand that so I can do the first live tomorrow, so we're going to see how that goes. And I'm going to do it, like I say, because I don't hardly have any members on my channel. But what I'm hoping is that, as we get more members, that more people will join and that other people enjoy time in the evening, kind of being social. Might even be periods of time while we're working on our projects that we're quiet and we're just kind of stitching away. Other times we're talking and conversing among each other in the comments section. So that's the kind of thing that I'm wanting to see if it works. If it doesn't work, we won't do it. I enjoy going to channels that do that. There's a couple out there. They're not always about the same subjects that we do here on this channel, but I do enjoy doing that. So if you're interested in that, check in tomorrow and see if I'm able to get it figured out. If I can't, I'm going to have to find someone to help me, and I will for sure have it figured out by the next week. Now, this is not the usual background that you see behind me. I am pet sitting. So there are a total of 4 dogs here. 2 of them are mine, and 2 of them are one of my niece and nephew's dogs. So I'm over here pet sitting at their house, and that's also why you hear dog barking in the back. But anyway, so lots of channel changes coming up. But I just kind of wanted to let you know that we're going to be where I'm going to be in a van probably for close to 3 years, a good deal of 90% of the time, I think, for about 3 years. We're going to see if I make it that long or I just get tired of it. But that's my plan. So come along with me, join me on those plans, and we're going to be doing some other things here on the channel as well. So everybody knows that I'm a beginner stitcher when it comes to cross stitching. I was doing the stitch camp. Probably won't be doing that anymore. I haven't enjoyed the deadline. I feel like I'm a beginner, she said you don't have to have the project done at the end of the month, but really that's the purpose of the camp. The stitch camp is to do 3 projects and finish them, not fully finished, but have them all stitched over a 3-month period of time. And I bought projects that are reasonable to do in that time frame. But I'm new. I keep having, like this one I'm working on for July. I've had to take the stitches out and start again several times. So I decided to kind of relax on that, give myself a little room. I'm still planning on getting August started in August, but I don't know if I'm going to continue participating with the Stitch Camp because of this. It's just not been my thing. I kind of think I prefer the independence of what I want to stitch on, stitching on what I want to stitch on at the time. So I think it's been my first really big understanding into why some people have so many whips, is they want to stitch on what they want to stitch on at the time. And the project for June, even though mine was very, very imperfect, it was an easier stitch for me. The thread count on the fabric was not as much, and the color of the fabric was easier to stitch on for my eyes. This project that I chose for July is on black and Lugana, and no, it's a charcoal Lugana. But I'm having difficulty stitching on it. And in addition to that, there's some technique that I still haven't quite figured out how to do it in a way that works best for me yet. And so it takes me forever. So I'm just such a work in progress, because last month's June was my very first finish ever. And I did get one finish this month. I don't think I showed it in last month's floss tube. I talked about how I was about to get it finished. So I'm going to go ahead and show both of them in the one that's coming up here in a couple of days. Probably Sunday. Sunday morning or Sunday evening, depending on what happens here. I think the family is coming home on Sunday, so it kind of depends on what time I get to go home that is going to get filmed. Because all my projects are at home. I just brought my current stitch camp and then another one for the Saturday stitch along. So that's a cross stitch, but it's not a counted cross stitch. It's one of those stamped stamped canvases that I got off Marketplace for $2. Got them so that I could work on my stitching to improve it. And actually several of them I like. I think the pictures are gorgeous. So we'll see how they turn out. So anyway, you guys, look forward to some changes. And as they get developed more, I will let you know. And go with me on my journey, because once November starts and I start doing more traveling, which when I'm working in the park, there'll be fewer days doing this. And then when summer comes and I'm on the road pretty much full time, there'll be more going and doing shop tours. It'll be quilt shop tours, art shop tours if they're appropriate for what we do, and stitch shops, fiber art shops, and maybe even find some classes to take while I'm on the road along the way. So some retreats to go to. We'll just see. And so just to let you know, that's coming up. And I hope it makes the channel more interesting, actually. I'm also going to be adding some watercolor. Watercolor is something that I enjoy doing. I'm terrible at it. Nobody can tell what's in the picture other than me. It's one of those kind of deals. So I really think the only way for me to get better at it is to actually do it more. So I think being out in nature and everything, I think that's going to be perfect. So we'll talk to y'all later. And more details on this coming up. But the main thing I'd like for you to get out of today's video is to look and see if the stitch along shows up on Saturday. Like I say, I don't know if it will or not. It really all depends on whether or not I'm able to get that figured out. Until then, we'll see you. Bye-bye.